Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
So great to have you with us here this evening. I'm Jordan Smith. Did you miss your favorite farmers market this winter? Well, luckily for you, this sadness you may never have to experience again. The brand new Scalehouse Market officially opened up today, giving Spokane County its first year-round farmers markets. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards joined us here with what you can expect when you go out to visit.
It's a shoulder-to-shoulder kind of experience here at the Scalehouse Market. This crowd clearly shows our community is excited about this new place. But farms and local businesses tell me this is something that's been long needed in their industries.
It's emotionally a dream come true, to be honest. Yeah, this is something that Spokane has needed, and it's finally coming to fruition.
Frankie Browning founded Browning Beef and is one of about 30 vendors at the new Scalehouse Market. For years, winter meant fewer sales for local vendors like her. But this year-round market opens up a new possibility, giving businesses a chance to thrive all 12 months.
It just increases our sales and availability for our customers.
Our region is a treasure for produce and has so many cool small businesses with unique goods. Whether you sell flowers, salad dressing, or milk, the Scalehouse Market makes it so vendors of all kinds have a new space to come together.
Amazing. It's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Jenny Weber and her husband Grant are part of Vets on Farms, located right on the South Hill, just a short drive away from the Scalehouse Market, where they will now be selling their produce.
It'll help us, along with all the other vendors, be able to get our names out and people know what we do and who we are. Yeah, it's a gift.
A gift that at its heart offers a learning kitchen where people can take classes and discover how to use fresh local ingredients in their everyday cooking. The Scalehouse Market expects to have roughly 250,000 visitors a year, and judging from today's crowd, it is already well on its way to hitting that target.
The outpouring has been incredible. People are talking about how far they had to park away, but they're still showing up. It's not deterring people, so the word has gotten out.
You can come visit the new Scalehouse Market weekly Wednesday through Sundays. In Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Boy, that looked like the place to be today. And we've got the address for Scalehouse Market on our website. Find the story at KXLY.com. Some great weather to be at the farmers market. The winds, though, starting to pick up in the inland northwest. Jason Valentine joins us here now, and it may not be the best evening for, say, a picnic out there.
No, unless you have some nice weights to keep them down. It is going to be blustery for the evening, but still, it is quite warm out. Let's take a look outside. Again, a beautiful evening despite all of that wind. And these winds are going to continue into our evening hours, and they're going to slow down overnight. But if it makes you feel better, we're seeing even heavier winds in the middle part of our state. So right now, we're seeing gusts in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, 37 for Spokane. So heavy winds, again, that'll continue. Unfortunately, this heightens our fire danger, so be very careful if you're outside. But other than that, we've seen a pretty darn nice day. Plenty of heat and plenty of dry conditions. We saw a little bit of shower activity trying to get into the northwest, but the Cascades put a stop to that. And we're going to be looking at dry conditions today, tomorrow, and really for the foreseeable future. Again, a hint of showers could come through, but nothing sustained for at least the next couple of days. And looking ahead, we're looking to be dry into at least our next weekend. So we're definitely starting to get into a very kind of stabilized weather pattern. So that is some good news. We can kind of, what you see is what you're going to get for the next couple of days, just a little bit warmer. Besides tomorrow, we're going to cool off quite a bit. I'll get to that in a bit. So evening planner, we are going to be seeing that wind start to die down. Overnight lows are going to be in the lower 50s, and a pretty darn nice Sunday morning is ahead, especially with those winds going out. But we are going to see temperatures today. We saw mid 80s about a couple hours ago. We're going to be in the lower 70s. So let me get you ready for the week ahead. It should be pretty nice, and a chance of seeing a Northern Lights tomorrow night. All that in my forecast. That's coming up.
All right, Jason, thank you. 2 neighborhoods were impacted by a drive-by shooting early this morning. Neighbors on Monroe and West Montgomery were told to stay inside today while police arrested 2 suspects that were involved. One of those suspects, 32-year-old Zachary Gring. According to the police department, calls came in around 5:30 a.m. Saturday morning of a reported shooting in the area of Liberty Avenue and Market Street. Gring reportedly shot at the house in the car of a person he was in a relationship with. At around 11:30 a.m. Saturday, officers spotted Gring's vehicle and then tried to pull it over. Gring got out of the car and ran away, attempting to hide in a parked car in a neighborhood near Monroe and West Montgomery. The neighborhood was closed off and the SWAT team able to arrest Gring. 2 guns were also found nearby, but no one was hurt during this standoff. Spokane police also arrested a woman in the Monroe neighborhood who was also thought to be involved in the drive-by shooting. Marine deputies with the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office responded to a boat fire near Higgins Point on Saturday morning. And you can see in that photo there that huge plume of black smoke coming from the boat. According to the Sheriff's Office, everyone that was on board was safely able to make it off and no one was hurt. The Sheriff's Office says they still don't know what caused this fire, but it's a good reminder to always have that fire extinguisher on board. The Spokane Zephyr FC playing at home one last time this season, and it's a game with a lot at stake. Our Sydney Berger is out there braving the winds live today as fans are piling in for the game there. Sydney, walk us through this. What's on the line for the Zephyr tonight?
Yeah, Jordan, well, I just heard the national anthem finish up, so we know things are about to kick off there inside One Spokane Stadium, but the fans still kind of piling in, forming a line, a pretty long line. We know all of these fans want to get their last look at the Spokane Zephyr FC and their final home debut of the season. If they win tonight against Fort Lauderdale, they also win a trip to the USL Super League playoffs. Now, there are a couple of instances where the team can still get to the playoffs with a loss tonight. However, a win guarantees a spot above the playoff cut line. The club was actually an underdog pick to make the playoffs in the fall, but a shift in focus and mentality during the second half of their season is what players say has made them so successful in the spring. The women also haven't played a game in over 2 weeks, but have used that downtime to narrow in the plan of attack against Fort Lauderdale.
Have had this little bit of break, which has been good just to kind of reset, get our mind right for this game. And really, I think the first 10-15 minutes is going to be super important, how we set the tempo, how we dictate it, and then just play ourselves into the game.
Spokane has only lost 1 of their last 5 games, but throughout their first ever season, the Zephyr have been unable to beat Fort Lauderdale United. They've had 3 meetings, resulting in 2 draws and 1 loss to Fort Lauderdale. United FC also sits right above the Zephyr in the 3rd seed as of now, but if Spokane does win, that 3rd place spot will be the Zephyrs. Again, Spokane can still find a spot in the playoffs if they lose, but that will all depend on how Dallas plays tonight. Now, what's cool about the USL is the Spokane Velocity, the men's professional team here, was able to get to the playoffs in their first ever season. Obviously, the women's team, the Zephyr FC, trying to make that mark tonight. Jordan?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of excitement there. What a time to be able to beat Fort Lauderdale. Today's the day for that, Sydney. Thanks for that. Well, checking in on the Mariners over in Seattle, who are in the middle of Game 2 in their series against the Minnesota Twins. They fell to the Twins last night, 12-6. But tonight, a little bit of a different story shaking up. Seattle threatening with runners on the corners, no outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see if they can pull out a win there in front of the home crowd. And the Spokane Indians are slated to play on the road here tonight. It's Game 5 against the Everett Aqua Sox in a series that's tied 2 games apiece. First pitch is tonight in Everett at 7:05. The Indians then return home next week against the Hillsboro Hops on Tuesday. Steel tariffs double to 50%, but will it save American jobs or hurt your budget? Major companies already planning price hikes as shoppers pull back. We'll explain after the break. And you won't want to miss your chance to get your hands on some free potatoes. We've got the details of the Potato Mountain that's returned to the Inland Northwest coming up.
Free potatoes, you say, Jordan? That sounds fantastic. Well, folks, we've had a hot day today, but all that wind, 2 of those are going to be coming to an end as we get into your Sunday. Let me get you and your family prepared and a sneak peek at our work week that's coming up next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Book your stay and play getaway today at Missisquoi.com.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
If the name wasn't obvious enough, the DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket is tossed in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo. That means layers of flavor from the top, bottom, left, right, inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket, available in honey barbecue or new buffalo. Hurry in and try them today, only at DQ.
The RV Expo Sale is coming to the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. This is the largest RV show in the Northwest. Unbeatable prices on over 1,000 new and used RVs with the guaranteed lowest prices of the year. Toy haulers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, all the top brands in every price range. 0 down and 0 payments for 90 days on approved credit. Instant approval for 4 days only. Free admission, free parking, May 29th to June 1st at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Learn more at RVExpoSale.com.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's credit union.
Idaho's crown jewel ranked #1. A quick drive to Playtime Paradise. Tee off in style, then keep the fun going at the casino. Secure your tee time online at cdacasino.com/golf. Circling Raven Golf Club at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
Welcome back. Holy potato, look at this. Potato Mountain is back. Thousands and thousands of potatoes up for grabs in the second year of Potato Mountain. Source One News sharing this photo. So these potatoes, the deal is they're free to take. This year's pile can be found at the corner of Sprague and Ritchie Road. That's near Reardon, just west of Spokane. So get out there, grab a bag, get some taters. I mean, they say there's no such thing as a free lunch. Our producer was just saying that.
I know.
You could have like 15 free lunches with that, it feels like.
This Spuds for you.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Look, as the native Idahoan in the room, like this story,
true.
I've been looking forward to this, like, since we found out about it.
What's your favorite way to have potatoes, Jordan?
That's a really good question. Gnocchi's bomb. I really just feel like the classic French fry. How could you mess that up, right?
I have to say tater tots.
Tater tots are your go-to.
It's such an easy delivery system for the potato.
True. And it's from the iconic Napoleon Dynamite, too.
Exactly.
Also filmed in Idaho. I could do this all day.
It came together, and we got the Spuds. We also have a possibility of the Northern Lights. Let's take a look.
Wow.
And tomorrow evening, we have a solar storm going on, so activity could last into the night in Spokane. That little mark right there, we are just right in that realm of seeing it tomorrow evening. So I've never seen it, so I wish everybody luck. Again, that is tomorrow evening, not tonight. So good Saturday, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend so far. Let's take a look at what we can expect. So blustery evening, but it is going to be slowing down in our overnight period. So don't worry, these winds really aren't going to be sticking with us too long. Highs are going to take a dive tomorrow, but back to where we should be for this time of year. Weather pattern is stabilizing, which means we're going to see much more similar days in a row, especially for the week ahead. And it looks like most likely for the week after that. So the story right now is the heavy winds right now. We're seeing gusts in the upper 30s for Moses Lake and Spokane, upper 20s for Spokane Valley and Coeur d'Alene and Pullman. So these winds probably about the time, a little after sundown, they're going to start to slow down. But the heavier winds, even heavier winds, are going on in the center of the state of Washington. Tri-Cities up to Grand Coulee. Wind advisory till 11 o'clock tonight. Even heavier winds in the Ellensburg region. So scary situation, but again, that does mean heightened fire danger throughout our areas. That will come to an end tonight. So our high temperature trend, we're going to be dropping quite a bit tomorrow, about 12 or so degrees into our Sunday, but still, we're just right above our average, which is around 70 degrees for this time of year, and we're just going to steadily start to move on up. And this is what I mean by a stabilizing weather pattern, where things are just going to kind of be same as, same is for the next couple of days, if not for the week ahead. So just beautiful conditions are on the way as well. Current look at our radar, and we're looking pretty free and clear. They try to have a little bit of shower activity over on the west side, but that has come to an end. So let's take a look at our forecast radar. And as we move into our overnight period, into tomorrow morning, mostly clear conditions, beautiful for your Sunday morning. Then as we head into our Sunday evening, we're not going to see too much cloud coverage. This is about what we're going to need to deal with if those northern lights do indeed come through in the northern horizon. And then just nice conditions for the week ahead. It looks like some outlying areas could see a quick spritz or two, but nothing really significant. So temperature right now, we're in the more or less the mid to lower 80s for the Inland Empire. Pullman, you're at 79. Our hotspot, Lewiston, 87. So just nice conditions. Just get ready for those cooler conditions tomorrow. Again, we're a little bit warmer than we were yesterday, but that's going to be reversed tomorrow. It's going to be much cooler than we were tomorrow. So temperatures next week. This is following this upcoming week. We're going to stay above average, maybe even into those lower 80s. So very nice conditions on the way. Tomorrow, though, we're down to 73. Then we just slowly ascend as we get into our next weekend, looking at like partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. A very nice week is ahead, so hope you got outside and enjoyed the heat and the sunshine. We're going to take a break from at least the heat for a while, but nice conditions are our way, and I promise those winds will slow down overnight.
Great looking forecast there, Jason. Thank you for that. A new speech pathology center is opening in Spokane Valley today. Speechy in Spokane is now offering free pediatric speech screening to families in the area. The clinic is trying to address a nationwide care deficit, which has resulted in wait lists and delayed care. To learn more about this supportive specialized care, you can check it out on this article on our website, KXLY.com. Big funding cuts are planned for the National Institutes of Health, and it's all laid out in a budget proposal for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. A newly released document for the fiscal year 2026 lists $27.5 billion in funding for the NIH, down about 40% from 2025. This is part of an effort to consolidate the work of its 27 institutes into just 8. Budgets for other agencies would also be slashed under the proposal. They include the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Food and Drug Administration. The budget document also highlights HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s plan to prioritize his Make America Healthy Again initiative with a discretionary budget of nearly $95 billion. President Trump is announcing new tariffs tonight on steel imports as he raises a deal for a Japanese company to buy U.S. steel. The president saying Nippon Steel is looking to invest in America, and the sale will help keep the company under U.S. control. And it comes amidst the president's trade war that has already brought consumers pulling back on spending amid this uncertainty.
President Trump says he's doubling the tariffs imposed on steel imports coming into the United States, posting on social media the increase is set to go into effect on June 4th.
We're going to bring it from 25% to 50% the tariffs on steel into the United States of America, which will even further secure the steel industry in the United States.
The announcement coming during a rally in Pittsburgh on Friday as the president touted the sale of U.S. steel to Japan's Nippon Steel, saying the company will continue to be controlled by the United States, but he offered no details on how ownership would be structured.
We're here today to celebrate a blockbuster agreement that will ensure this storied American company stays an American company.
The president says he rejected previous offers from Nippon before realizing they wanted to invest in America.
And they're putting up, billions of dollars, and they're going to do this plant and other plants, and it's great, and you're going to have control.
I think for the most part, majority of the steel workers are for this deal. Can't speak for everyone. The last thing we want to see is this deal not go through, and then possibly the steel industry leaving the Mon Valley.
The president's increased tariffs on steel imports come as his trade war stirs up economic uncertainty. Several large retailers, including Walmart, Macy's, and Ford, have already said some price hikes are coming. Gap saying on Friday the company has taken a hit but is trying to not pass increased costs onto consumers. Americans appear to already be pulling back, with data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis showing consumer spending slowed significantly in April. The data also finds people are saving more, possibly preparing for an uncertain economic future. Selena Wang, ABC News, Washington.
We'll stick around for a local story making national headlines. See crews try to wrangle the 250 million bees that escaped from an overturned semi-truck. It's a story you won't believe coming up here after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Did you know taking Zysol at night relieves allergies while you sleep? So you wake refreshed for a more productive day. Get 24-hour continuous relief that does not fade. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
So according to Mr. Washington, we deserve a little room upgrade.
That won't be necessary.
Okay, how about a second opinion from the other Mr. Washington?
Are you a Camus Rewards member?
Yeah, why?
It's the only local players card that gives you the lowest possible rates on rooms and room upgrades, not to mention food and drinks throughout the property.
So I'm taking these back, right?
Membership matters with Camus Rewards, only at Northern Quest.
Welcome to Avanta Dental, where we treat you like family because you deserve the best.
At Avanta Dental, we pride ourselves on providing top-notch care.
With our team of expert dentists and truly state-of-the-art technology, it's no wonder why we're the highest-rated office in Washington State. Avanta Dental, where your smile is our priority. Book your appointment today. Call us today at 425-0088 or come visit us in Liberty Lake.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back. We showed you these pictures yesterday, and they seem to be making quite the buzz on the internet. A semi-truck carrying 250 million bees crashed up north in Whatcom County early yesterday morning. And the bees are often moved between farms to help pollinate crops. But these bees had a bit of a bumpy ride. Take a look at this drone video from Whatcom County. You can see the bees were in these containers here next to the highway, and they escaped when a truck rolled over onto the road. So if you're wondering now what officials are doing about the millions of bees swarming the area, Cairo's Monique Ming-Lavin has the details.
I was just pretty much completely covered in bees, and I didn't even get up right at the truck.
It is an effort to stop a swarm in Whatcom County after 70,000 pounds of honeybees were thrown onto Weidkamp Road near Linden.
The beekeepers are down there trying to collect the bees into new hives, as well as recover the hives that were damaged in the accident.
Now the area is buzzing with bees and workers looking to try and gather them all up. But in order to get it done, they had to bring in the experts. The plan, let the bees come to them.
You know, as we get through the warmer part of today and into tonight, they'll calm down a little bit more, be more likely to go back to their hives.
It's a plan that could take some time.
Still keeping the road closed for the rest of the night, and then hopefully get this reopened tomorrow morning.
While emergency management crews say there is no general health risk, they are advising anyone who's allergic to bees to avoid the area. And everyone else should keep a distance of about 200 yards because these guys are not afraid to sting.
We've had a number of the beekeepers, they've gotten stung as well as a couple of our deputies, but they're honeybees, so the sting isn't as severe as some other bees.
Experts say honeybees swarm when they're looking for a new home. And right now, these experts are hoping they can keep this swarm in the home they already have. have.
We're very mindful of the fact that bees are an endangered portion of our population here. We want to make sure that we're able to recover the bees in a way that is safe for them, safe for us, and that we can get as many of these bees collected back so they can get back to doing their work.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The biggest RV sale in the Northwest at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Fred's Appliance Clearance Centers are your one-stop shop for top-quality appliances and unbeatable prices. Top brand closeouts, full factory warranty, and new inventory arriving daily. Take advantage of incredible discounts with savings you won't find anywhere else. Hurry in! With Fred's Clearance Center's huge selection of heavily discounted name brand appliances, the inventory moves fast. For the best deals on appliances in Spokane, visit either of Fred's Clearance Centers today.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join SDCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
The Open House Memorial Sale is on now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake and North Spokane. See the top-selling motorhomes, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and travel trailers from the nation's top brands. Tour our service centers. Stock up in the parts department and enjoy free barbecue Friday and Saturday. Every RV open and marked with a low sale price. Bring your trade. R&R RV is paying our top dollar for almost anything in trade. The Open House Memorial Sale on now at R&R RV Center, Liberty Lake and North Spokane.
WSECU Cashback Checking. You give and give and give. Let's give you something back. Just use your debit card to earn. WSECU Cashback Checking. Let's credit union.
You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Welcome back. Let's get you ready for your Sunday. Much cooler, going to be in the lower 70s, still though above our average for this time of year. Jordan, we couldn't get up above 60 degrees just 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So it's okay. Plenty of sunshine, light winds. That's the real story. We're seeing those heavy winds right now. Those will die down overnight. And again, you have a chance of seeing the northern lights tomorrow evening. So good luck. Look at the northern sky.
That's right. If you want to see it, maybe get out of town, avoid that light pollution.
Always a good idea.
Cheney and Airway Heights might be the best spots locally. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.